Everyone, back on the Trent Mersey Canal again, and this time I'm doing the stretch from Willington. Just left Willington behind and we're off towards Burton on Trent. Now Willington's been associated with the canal since construction began back in 1777, a long time ago, which coincidentally is also the same time that Bass beer first started being produced over in Burton on Trent. So it's roughly about 5.5 miles long. Willington's about a quarter of a mile behind me now. I've just done that first little stint before I started talking to you. Really busy. Only seen the one narrowboat so far. Let's keep looking for more and see what else we can find along the way. Now this isn't actually the first time I've been back on this canal since I did the stretch towards Willington last month. I've actually been lucky enough and fortunate enough by two brilliant people, Louise and John. They invited me on board their narrowboat and took me through Castle Tunnel just last week. So that's going to come in a month or so's time. So that is something brilliant to look forward to. So just a bit of a sidestep right now. So that was a working between Derby and Birmingham New Street Station. This is the line taking us towards Birmingham and Burton on Trent, back towards Derby in that direction. Just thought I'd come and have a little look at it because it is going to follow us pretty much all the way to our destination today. So back to the canal again. So out of shot over there is a little village called Eggington, about half a mile from Willington. A little further up we've got the A38 getting ever closer. Really noisy. We're going to run alongside that for a little bit. The railway line's a little distance over there, so it was safe for me to put the drone up when I did, because I feared that I wouldn't be able to use it today if the canal stayed really close to the railway. A little way over in that direction there's a quarry, and it's a Willington quarry, and it's owned and operated by Cemex. Short distance up also we will come close to, whether we cross it or not I don't know, but it's the River Dove, and a lot of you will be familiar with the River Dove from the beautiful place known as Dovedale in Derbyshire. This is bridge number 25, nice traditional brick built bridge. It's got the iron supports or steel supports going through to give it that little bit of extra strength. A couple of narrowboats moored up down here. Nice straight section before meeting the A38, which is a little way, stone's throw over there. So with the railway being in close proximity, potentially reducing the use of the drone, it's going to be the same really with the A38. I ain't putting it up anywhere near that. You know, it's a similar hazard, and you know you shouldn't really be doing it, or it's best not to. Now this is roughly going to take about 2 hours, and I've come at a time where the footpath is nice and dry. Even though we've had a bit of rain, I wouldn't quite fancy this after a couple of days of rain. As I said earlier, been through Castle Tunnel, and I've roughly worked out it should take about 5 walks to get to the outskirts of Stoke-on-Trent. If I can do 1 or 2 of those a month, then you should be coming through Castle Tunnel with me around about late November, early December. Right, so here is the aqueduct over the River Dove, and the River Dove, it rises its source at a place called Axe Moor near Buxton, and it generally flows south for around about 45 miles through Dovedale towards the Humber estuary and finally ending up in the North Sea. There it is. Now the stone bridge you can see on the other side is Monk's Bridge. Now this was probably the original road in use before the A38 dual carriageway came along. So next up is the village of Stretton. Now Stretton comes from the name Street Town, and it also used to have a railway station which opened way back in 1901. Population of around about 8,500 back in 2011. Never been, but these beautiful buildings on the right really blend in nicely once you get past this big pipe anyway. Some lovely gardens there. A couple of kilns in that garden as well. So Stretton on the right, the A38 also, that's the A5121. If we took that in that direction where that lorry's going, it would be a direct route into Burton upon Trent, and it's numbered as bridge number 28. So I've left the noisy A38 behind, but I've got the A5121 right next to me. That's something that struck me along this journey today, whether it's just today and nobody's home, but the lack of ducks and swans and geese and moor hens and the rest of them. Because the only thing that's really like maybe mention it now is because there's 4 of them there, look. So there's Rupert, Marjorie, Fred and Gail. I have a weird affinity with giving them names, but seriously though, they're the only wildfowl I've really seen in the last, what, 3.5 miles or so. I don't think I'm going to get the drone up anymore even now, because we're coming into a built up area, but I'm quite pleased, and I hope you are too, with what we got back there, especially going over the aqueduct and beyond. Clay Mills Victoria pumping station, I didn't know about that one. Looks like you can visit it as well. I'll have a Google, see if we can actually pop in there. So I've been looking at a big chimney just down there, the other side of Derby Road. I can see it down there, you can't see it on camera. 4 large beam engines, 2 restored, steam powered engineering workshop, a blacksmith's forge with steam hammer, oldest working electrical generator in Britain, boiler house with 5 Lancashire buildings. I'm going to have a look on the internet and see if it's open today, and if not, we'll come back at another date. Right, so sadly not, but I'm really interested now, and I'm really interested in coming to see that. Really. Right, that's bridge number 29. Shardlow is 14 miles behind us. I only know that because we're coming up to another milepost. So 78 miles to go until the final destination. That's going to keep me going right into next year, isn't it? So bridge 29A opened back in 1998, so 22 years old, and it is named appropriately James Brindley Way. Isn't it great how they still honour these great men, these great designers, engineers, even in more recent construction. Roughly about 1.5 miles out of Burton on Trent now, so that means we've done in the region of 4 miles since leaving Willington. I think I found a load of the birds, 2 swans, half a dozen ducks. Morning guys. So 7 of you and 2 of you beauties. A couple more ducks over there. Oh, there's some more coming around the corner as well. So I'm getting off at the next bridge, the A511, that's what it is. I'm going to get off, and that is going to be the end of this little walk, and hopefully next week I'm going to come back and carry on and crack on with it, because I can't wait to show you here Castle Tunnel. I kept getting glimpses of that embankment through there, and I thought that looks strikingly like a railway track bed. There's the busy and rather annoying A38 next to me. That looked like a track bed. So I've just been and had a look, because usually I'm aware of these things before I actually get there, sort of like look into it, but this one I've missed. And it's an old branch line which comes off the main line through Burton on Trent that took us towards some malt houses and another brewery. There it is again, look, you can actually get up onto it there, look. So, another little railway, it might be worth coming back and walking along as well. So about 3 or 4 minutes from the A511, which is going to take me back into the town centre of Burton on Trent. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for coming along. Like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you to all new recent channel members. You can become a channel member, click the join button, watch a little video, hopefully you'll like it. All support goes towards places I go to. Believe me, thank you all so much. I'll see you in the next one. Burton on Trent towards Lichfield. Bye bye.